shared out loud the story of why you started your business? Was there a story behind why you transitioned maybe into a new business? Or do you have a story of your clients and the wins they've had because of working with you? Well, my friends, right now it is more important than ever to lean into these stories, to connect on a deeper level with our tribes when they need us most. Hey everyone, I'm Yong, also known as Dr. Content right here at Amplify Your Awesome. And we love to help business owners and content creators turn their content, whether it's a blog, whether it's a video, a podcast, whatever it is, to turn it into more so that they can reach more people where they're hanging out online and off. And we call this content CPR because most of us have this content graveyard of these amazing things and we forget to reshare them and we just kind of forget about them. So it's time to breathe some new life into the content you've already created. And right now, I'm also going to encourage you that if you haven't used content marketing in your business, it's time. And it's time to wrap up that content in the form of stories. Do you remember when you were a kid and you got to listen to bedtime stories, or maybe even in the elementary school level, there was still out loud reading time and you got to understand and hear the stories. And right now, my favorite way to hear stories is on audio. Audiobooks have quickly become my favorite way to listen to different stories, whether those stories are nonfiction or fiction. Listening provides an interesting way for us to hear stories. So, what I want to encourage you to do today is to grab out a pen or a piece of paper and write down some ideas or a list of things you could share stories about. So, let me give you some examples just to kind of set the framework here. Number one, you can share the why behind your business. Did you start a business to serve the community? Did you have a lifelong dream as a kid to create your current business? Did you ever think you were going to be running your current business? Those are some why stories, the origin stories, and being able to share those with people now when they're seeking positivity and they're seeking some inspiration because maybe they're stuck. Maybe they have a business that's a brick and mortar and they're not quite sure how to transition it online. Well, through the power of story and technology like live video, I'm currently using Be Live to stream right now. And it's such a great tool to be able to come on here solo or even interview other people. And right now I'm actually in the process of creating something special for my community using the power of live video, using the power of social media and the tools we all have readily available to share stories and to uplift one another, especially right now. So that's the first thing you can do is the origin story. What does that look like? How can you share that story with others so they understand why your business exists, right? Do you ever walk into a business and look around and think, this is a really cool place, but I have no idea why they started or maybe even who runs the business, but it's pretty cool, right? We're tied together by stories. Our civilization has evolved by telling stories. And now we really need to embrace this idea of storytelling and become really good storytellers for our businesses in particular. Because right now, if you are transitioning or pivoting or wondering what the heck to do, this is what you do. You share your stories in a real way, in a raw, real, vulnerable way to let people know, number one, you're still doing business, or number two, how they can support you. Are you still offering products and services that you can deliver to their house, that you can deliver virtually? There's so many ways to slice and dice the way we do business. And while it may be different and it may present some challenges and you may even have to lean into some fears, Stories are a really good segue from going from where you are now to where you want to go after all this craziness ends, right? Because the craziness will end. And when that happens, people are going to be seeking out things in a different way. And we need to be ready to serve them when they're ready for us, right? So, thinking about the origin story. So, that's number one. Number two, I want you to be thinking about the people who have maybe provided a testimonial or who've had a good experience working with you, whether you're a service based business or whether you're a product based business. Someone's likely told you, oh my goodness, having you there, maybe you're a florist and you showed up and you delivered or over delivered at someone's wedding. That's a big deal. Is there a way for them to share the story of how you worked together and how you served them? If you're a service based business too, have you been able to help someone transform where they are and where they wanted to go? For example, I do a lot of online classes and a lot of online teaching. So being able to reach out to my students and ask them their thoughts. How was life different before they took my class versus after? Right? These are really, really good stories of taking ordinary people, and we're all ordinary people, right? Showing other people that people just like them can do what it is that you're offering, right? That's a really great story to tell. And likely you have not just one of those stories, but you have multiple. And if you're in business and you haven't started collecting those testimonials, can you use maybe some of the time you have right now to reach out to your past clients? Ask them for their feedback. Ask for ways that you can improve. Ask how them being part of their process changed things that made it better for them. Right? There's lots of ways that we can connect with people that we've served previously. I would definitely encourage you to invite them to come on a platform like this. Have them go on live video, share their story, because as people are looking for products, classes, services, usually the first place they look are reviews. And if you can get your people, your tribe, to step up and say, you know what? I loved working with you. How can I share with other people what you did for me? And the way that we can do that is by inviting them to leave us a review, leave us a testimonial, have them do a live video, and then sharing that again in this platform, or maybe even just uploading it to your Facebook page, sharing those stories of the transformation that you provide, right? So far we have your origin story, the story behind why you had your business. We have your testimonials, or your reviews, or how you helped someone else transform by using your product or your service or taking one of your classes. And the third thing we can do right now is do some behind the scenes storytelling. So, for example, I'm currently in my home office. My youngest daughter, Daphne, loves to decorate my office and create all these things that are behind me. She created this amazing little pillow. She handmade this. She loves to sew and craft and be creative. And she loves me being able to show what she's making on video. So even though she doesn't want to be on video with me all the time, I can still showcase what she's doing. And if you have kids at home, this is a behind the scenes. What does it look like to run your business? What does your office look like? What is your setup? How has working from home or remotely changed how you serve your clients? Right? There's a lot of behind the scenes kind of stories that you can tell. And if you have a brick and mortar business, this is really, really, really important for you right now. Is there a way that we can be invited into your business and see things that we normally don't see? Let me give you some examples. If you are a restaurant, is there a way that you can come on live video every day, or maybe even just pre record it and then share it later? how your staff preps. Maybe there's some demonstrations on how they prepare a certain meal. Not that you want to give away all of your secrets by any means. People come to your restaurant because they love you and they love the service and they love your food. So that's not going to stop. Showing them how the magic happens behind the scenes is a great story to tell. Earlier this morning, I saw my friend Callie. She runs a newspaper and a bookstore in Texas. And so she was taking us on a little tour of some of the goodies she has in her store and letting people know that if they want to pick up that item, she would deliver it out to curbside. If they wanted her to mail it, she was actually doing no shipping or zero shipping on things that people needed right now, right? Taking us behind the scenes, sharing with people how they can continue to work with you, giving them tips, giving them secrets. The behind the scenes kinds of stories are really, really awesome because, we're all people. And I don't know about you, but for me, if I watch someone's video and it's totally perfect, it's perfectly curated, there's never a mess, there's never a stumble in words, it doesn't feel very realistic. If you're listening to me now, you've probably heard me stumble over some words, and that's okay. All we can do in this situation is to laugh about it and move on and say, oh my gosh, I know I just said this or said that. That's not what I meant. We just have to laugh at ourselves and give ourselves a little bit of grace because life really isn't perfect. And if you can show up imperfectly every day and just stay connected, sharing what it's like to run your business, the things that you have available right now, the ways you're going to continue to serve people, the way you're going to show up, it all matters right now. And it all starts with becoming a great storyteller. And I want to share a 3-part framework with you right now on how to do your live videos. And then I want to give you a gift because it's really time to start to embrace this idea of live video and storytelling. And if you're anything like me, if you would have told me 4 years ago, even that I would create most of my content by showing up on live video, I would have laughed and I would have said, there's no way because live video totally freaked me out. Getting up in front of people to do public speaking, that really freaked me out. And I had to really lean into those fears, knowing that if I wanted to come into this online space and help other people tell their stories better, I had to do that for myself and overcome the fear to say, you know what? It is totally possible to get over the fears and just show up because the more you show up, the more comfortable you're going to get. Are your hands going to be shaky? Is your mouth going to be dry? Those first couple of videos? Absolutely. Every time I come live, even though I've done it for so long now, there's still always those butterflies. And I think for me, if those butterflies ever go away, that's probably a sign I need to push myself a little further, right? So here's this 3-part framework. And I've learned this from so many different mentors, most recently from Dean Graziosi and Tony Robbins inside of KBB, a program that I invested in last fall. And it's this. There's a hook, there's a story, and there's a close, or the close is the call to action, right? You have to be able to hook people. In the first 10, 20, 30 seconds, how can you get people to be interested in what you're going to talk about, right? That's your hook. There has to be a reason to listen. You tell them a story, right? Like we're talking about telling stories today. You share a story that's relevant to them or relevant to your business right now. And then number 3, you have a close or you have a call to action. What's the next thing you want to do to continue or deepen this relationship? Do you want them to like your Facebook page? Do you want them to join your Facebook group? Do you want them to come check out your live videos that you do every morning? Whatever it is, there needs to be a next step, right? Just like I'm going to demonstrate right now. So for all of you listening, whether live or on the replay, here's what I have for you, a gift for you. I want to gift you my Super 7 live video challenge. Why? Because live video is a must right now. We need to stay top of mind. We need to stay relevant. We need to be sharing our stories, especially when people are at home. They need someone or something to inspire them, to get them excited to continue what they're doing, right? This is a challenge that I offered last fall, and it was offered as a bonus also inside of my podcast in a weekend class, right? People who invested back in October got access to this challenge. And I'm going to gift you this challenge right now because I think you need it more than ever. If you're interested in getting access to this program, again, it's my gift to you. There is no charge for it. All you have to do is drop the word video below, and then I'm going to reach out to each of you personally and tell you where you can get access to this program, right? This is my close or my call to action, right? In the beginning, I kind of had a little background to bring you into this video. I told you some stories, plural, and then I'm having this be my next step. What is the next thing you want someone who is watching your video to do? And what I want for all of you to do is to drop the word video below. And I'm actually going to put this on my screen here. Can I show it to you? Drop the word video underneath this video. How meta is that, right? Drop the word video. When you do that, I'm going to reach out to you personally to show you or to tell you how you can get access to this gift of our Super 7 Live Video Challenge. And over 7 days, what happens is each day for 10 or 15 minutes, you're going to get an email with a video lesson and some action steps to do. And then I'm giving you a place to connect with other video creators, many of them brand new to video, and a place to practice where you're supported, where you're encouraged, where you can get my feedback and the feedback of other people who are video consumers, right? Not only are we creating video, if we're doing that, a lot of us are consuming video in an effort to figure out our voices, to figure out the ways that we like, that we resonate with, and how we can start to show up for people in ways that we like, and to let people get to know us on a different level, right? Because as social distancing is kind of the new norm everywhere right now, video is the next best way to connect with people. You can do it in real time, in live video, and I want to help you do that. Just drop the word video below. I'll reach out to you and share with you how you can get access to that video. All right, my friends, that wraps up today's video. The takeaway for you is now is the time to embrace technology and to really lean into becoming a great storyteller using live video. Grab the live video challenge by typing or by putting in the comments below video. I'll reach out to you. I look forward to watching your videos unfold, watching you develop as a storyteller and a video creator, because once you have this video, it's kind of just the tip of the iceberg. Then we can work some magic and turn it into all sorts of other pieces. And I want you to get excited about that because video is something you can absolutely do. I'm going to be holding your hand every step of the way, and I look forward to supporting you on your live video journey. And I want to give a quick shout out to my friend Wendy. This live was inspired by our conversation today. It was a conversation that's been a long time in the making. We haven't chatted together for quite a long time. And we were talking about this, the power of storytelling, and how right now, more than ever, it's more important for you to show up on live video for your people, especially if you have a business, and especially if you are wanting to have a business after all the craziness dies down. Are you with me? I look forward to seeing you inside the Super 7 live video challenge, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.